anxiously waiting to hear what their fate might be. But let's now switch our attention over this first clash. The current world #1, Molly Picklum, is out there in that leader's jersey. There's a few surfers that kind of have multiple wins here, and they did them at the different grades of the event. Tom Carroll, he had a couple of victories, also won it as a lower rated event. John Florence as well. As we see Courtney up here on her first ride, and she's just victim to that vice-like finish to the wave here at main break. Can really catch you out sometimes.
Keeps the fins, the bottom of the board, out of danger here, but here we go. On this opening ride, it was Courtney who managed to get the inside track. Slopey face here, gets some roundhouse cutbacks in. Through to the inside and jams his final turn. But just an avalanche.
In the round before the quarters, this round, she dropped a 9.17 for a single carving turn. And she might need one of those against this competitor. Courtney Conlogue up on her second ride here, driving up into the section. Nice flowing hit. Doesn't really get much more out of it than that, though.
Check out the replay here. This is Courtney's ride first, so just sets the board in motion, and it's a bit of a snap off the top to start things off, and then that second turn.
And there's some waves standing up on the outside. Looking into the sun, we see Molly Picklum cut a nice line in the pocket. A solid carve. She climbs up on top of the section. Oh. Wow, throws the tail right straight over the top of Courtney Conlogue there.
Molly's wave, cupping out a little bit more, slices, nice cut down here, and then goes up for this real radical late hit. But, you know, Courtney was positioned directly under. Really not too many, I mean, I'm not sure what Courtney could have done to get out of the way, but this opening carve was really on rail for Molly Picklum here. And this section was setting up so well. And right there, she's got eyes on Courtney going, whoa, and just a really dangerous situation there. Put the guns on so that she could outrun the whitewash.
Yeah, it's going to be a really strong opening ride for Betty Lou as we see Courtney up again, trying to get rid of a 3.17 here, committing to the big end section, hoping she can turn in something impressive. Wow, really threw everything at it.
As we see the replay to Molly Picklum. It's only 16 minutes on the clock now. Let's see what work she got done here. A little sweeping cutback to start off. Now she patiently waits for this section. Another carving cutback. Hits the final section here. And does she ride out? Yes, she does.
The way her first ride did behind her, Courtney Conlogue. She swoops off the top. Nice drawn out hit there. And again, just sinks that rail maybe a little too much through that turn, and then has to deal with this last section.
Yeah, not quite as dynamic as the first one, but Courtney Conlogue, this wave stood up nicely. A nice free-flowing wrap to get things started. Perhaps a little caught just on that second turn, and that opening up the names of those places.
I've already given it the big clue. But he's still around the events, obviously. Super proud of Bronte and the surfing she's doing. She's had an incredible lift in her performances of late, and really just looking like she should be back on the CT for me. As we see Molly up again. She's trying to get rid of a 3.9 to extend her lead over Courtney here. Did she do it?
For the win rather than just in full attack mode. But a great wave here. Stands up. Nice, long, carving cut back here. And then you'll see a second one. Cuts that one down, and then a nice little layback hit there. And then this final...
You know, the setup for that first move starts with your positioning and you paddle into the wave, and she got a good entry into this one. Out onto the open face. That section does flatten out just a little bit. And Courtney at this point is opting to commit to the end section. So she's going to throw it all on the line on this final move. Doesn't quite have the control to ride out of that manoeuvre. And she's just probably let go of a whole lot of energy. She's sizing it up, and she pulls the trigger here. Molly Picklum up, trying to better a 5.83 to shut down Courtney's chances as she drives up into the section. She's going to somehow hang on to it. This way's going to get ugly as she rides on out.
Wow, that was a wild turn to finish that ride.
Got the job done, but not one of her most convincing heat wins. Just felt like both Courtney and Molly weren't able to get on their typical attack. But Courtney, a tough result for her in a must-make heat. And she's got a lot to digest as we wrap things up here.